Hi, forever loving everything. Thank you, Marian. Welcome. All right, I'm going to share a little bit. If you'd like to stay in the silence, feel free to mute me. And please let me know how the volume is coming in. I'm still getting used to a new microphone. What's really on my mind and heart today is that what I'm starting to think of as the warrior path that Bruno Gröning called us to. And I'm using that word metaphorically, warrior, but I'm also using it literally. The metaphorical part is that it's not that we're going to go out and get in fights and use weapons, which is normally what we think of with a warrior. That's the metaphorical part. The literal part, however, is that according to Bruno Gröning, and I'm in agreement based on my own experience, but you have to find out for yourself. According to Bruno Gröning, and again, I've found this to be true in my own experience, I am at war with evil, and I believe we, the human race, every individual, in a certain sense of the word, is literally at war with evil. Those are very strong words, at war. Bruno said it like this: evil will constantly try and pull a person off the good path. That's almost a direct quote. He said, no, I'm going to paraphrase again, or a paraphrase. He said, no matter how much a person prays, he is beset by evil and is, I'm paraphrasing here, but is unable to overcome it on his own. So, a lot of modern spirituality is very like happy dandy. like quick fix, easy answer. But if you look at what the record we have in the Bible of what Christ taught, if you look at the teachings of the Buddha, if you look at what Bruno taught, it's quite a vigorous undertaking, the spiritual path. Bruno described it as a battle. And he's not the first. It's written that Christ described it that way. The central Hindu text, the Bhagavad Gita, is set on a battlefield. There's this idea of striving and not against other people, not against an enemy that's out there, but an enemy that's much closer. Bruno called that enemy evil. He would even use words like Satan, the devil. Other traditions call it ego, ignorance, delusion. Bruno described this enemy as sly. That's something to think about. Pardon, let me turn my phone off. Again, whether you call it the ego or whether you call it evil or the devil, Bruno said this opponent is sly and cunning. And he also was adamant that we cannot overcome it on our own. So personally, I'm starting to get a little hardcore in my spiritual life because I'm starting to take these ideas seriously. I've been talking about them for years. Now I'm starting to really take them seriously. That there's literally a force that's trying to destroy my life. Now, obviously, it can't destroy my soul, but it can certainly wreck this body and certainly take me to a very dark place here in my earthly life, as it can anyone. And then Bruno taught many things, but I think the essence of it is wanting the good and having faith in the good. Really desiring God, desiring the power of God, desiring to live a godly life. And that doesn't necessarily mean a church life. The church can be part of it, but a life in harmony with the divine and following the divine. It's not easy. It's not been easy for me. I don't know anyone it's been easy for. But Bruno said, if you want to experience the divine, you have to strive for it. And that's what in my mind, how I differentiate between a spiritual path and a religion. And again, I'm a big fan of religion or you could say not religion itself, but maybe religious mentality of like, just go to church or just say a prayer in the morning, and then you're done. That's it. Like, that's all you have to do. And Bruno was very opposed to such a mentality. He said, practice what you're taught at church. In essence, you got to live it. So that's maybe all I have to share today. Spend a little more time in silence. Thank you to everyone who dropped by. Hope this message, these ideas inspire you to pursue the spiritual path with vigor. Because it's not just what we need, it's my understanding that it's what the world needs. And Bruno himself said, let us join the common fight against evil. Take care, dear ones. Blessed day to you.